5 to 10 minutes into preaching Sunday morning on Remsen Avenue in Canarsie, Bishop Lamar Whitehead saw the door in the back of the room kick open.
How many of you have lost your faith because you saw somebody else die what you about to go through? Yo, all right.
I seen 3 to 4 men come in. I said, all right. It's pretty much stating that I'm not going to do anything, right? Because I know y'all coming for me. Y'all coming straight to me. I don't want my parishioners hurt, right? I got women and children there. As I got down, one went to my wife and took all her jewelry and had the gun in front of my 8-month-old baby's face. Took off my bishop's ring, my wedding band, and took off my bishop's chain, and then I had chains underneath my robe. He started tapping my neck to see if anything else. So that means they knew. They watched and they knew that I have other jewelry.
The church's live stream shows the gun being held on the pastor.
They had the guns on my deacons that was at the door.
Whitehead says what you don't see on camera are around 100 congregants who were in the room. Men, women, and children dropped to the floor in silence. Whitehead believes his family was targeted because of the publicity he received when he helped turn in the suspect wanted in the fatal subway shooting of 48-year-old Daniel Enriquez in May.
I turned them in, but the media called me the bling bling bishop. They had my Rolls Royce car all over everywhere, and I feel that played the part in this.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Lady T. So the Brooklyn pastor who says he was robbed in the middle of giving his Sunday sermon stole $90,000 in retirement savings for one of his own parishioners, a lawsuit filed last year in Brooklyn Supreme Court alleges. Lamar Whitehead, the bishop at the Leaders of Tomorrow International Churches, is accused of convincing 56-year-old Pauline Anderson to invest nearly her entire life savings in one of his firms, with the promise that he will help her buy a home despite her bad credit history, the court papers say. Anderson wrote Whitehead a $90,000 cashier's check in November 2020 and relied on him to give her $100 monthly allowance to pay her living expenses, according to the lawsuit. After months went by in early 2021 without the monthly payments or progress on the home purchase, Whitehead allegedly told Anderson that he was treating her investment as a donation to his then campaign for Brooklyn Borough President. He said he had no obligations to pay her back. Mr. Whitehead fraudulently induced Ms. Anderson to liquidate her entire life savings to pay him an investment of $90,000, promising to use the funds to purchase and renovate a house for her, alleged the lawsuit. Ms. Anderson was instead left with nothing but a vague promise by Mr. Whitehead to pay the funds back in future, followed by a claim that he had no further obligations to do so. Whitehead has in the past served time in state prison following convictions for identity fraud and grand larceny. After reports about the lawsuit, Whitehead responded that Anderson was being untruthful. Her son was a member of my ministry who was removed. It's a lawsuit because of who I am, he said, adding everybody that tried to sue me because of my celebrity status is just going to keep going in trying to do what they do. Video that went viral on Sunday shows 3 men dressed in black robbing Whitehead and his wife of their pricey jewelry in the middle of his sermon shortly after 11 o'clock a.m. One of the men appeared to put a gun to Whitehead's back as he collects the jewelry, which was reported being valued at $400,000 and $1 million. Whitehead, a pastor known for Instagram videos displaying his high-end taste in cars, clothes, and real estate, have offered $50,000 to information leading to the arrest of the alleged bandits. The NYPD on Wednesday released surveillance videos that showed the 3 alleged robbers crossing the street just before they entered Whitehead's small church. Anderson's son, Rashard Anderson, was the one who introduced her to Whitehead shortly after she became a church member in January 2020, the lawsuit says. She had just recovered from a life-threatening surgery, and Whitehead had offered to join her on the phone call to pray for her health. In July 2020, Anderson connected with Whitehead about her desire to buy a home, seeking help from him in addressing her bad credit history and getting assistance in locating a house. Whitehead soon got Anderson the phone with two money lenders who told Anderson that she would have a tough time getting a loan to buy a house. That's when he offered to help her himself if she would invest the money in his firm, Lamar Whitehead Incorporated. The court papers say that she expressed reservations because she no longer had other income besides the savings, which is when Whitehead offered to give her the $100 monthly allowance while she sought a suitable home for her to buy. After the first monthly allowance was paid out in January 2021, Whitehead essentially disappeared and cited his campaign for Brooklyn Borough President as the reason why he was too busy. He said that Anderson money had been invested and wasn't easy to access, according to the text messages submitted as exhibits to the lawsuit. Campaign finance records show that Anderson made a $175 donation to Whitehead's campaign on January 10, 2021. Whitehead did not receive public matching dollars. On May 19, 2021, text messages submitted as evidence to the lawsuit alleged that Whitehead told Anderson, and for the record, anything that was given to me is a donation unless it's attached to a contract. I was making investments, that's what I do. In the text, Whitehead also addressed Anderson's son, claiming that the devil was using him. In response, Anderson expressed her disappointment in the pastor. All of this because of what? Because you took money that you refused to pay back, and now you quote in scripture to serve your purpose. This is so offensive, and you just go there. You say you were a man of integrity, she wrote. In January 2021, Whitehead apparently accidentally emailed Rashad a copy of a contract for a purchase Whitehead was making of $4.4 million mansion in Sandy River, New Jersey. The lawsuit claimed that Whitehead used the $90,000 from Anderson as a down payment on the contract for that purchase, but public records show that the purchase was never went through. Whitehead did complete a purchase of a half a block of apartments in Hartford, Connecticut later that year through his firm Whitehead Estates, LLC, public record shows, borrowing $4.15 million from a Brooklyn mortgage company in December 2021 and then boosting the mortgage to $4.5 million in February 2022. He also owns a home in Paramus, New Jersey that he bought for $1.6 million in 2019, according to public records. When the city paid a visit to the home on Thursday, a default notice for the Hartford property was on the front door, dated July the 25th, 2022. It declared that Whitehead had not made a mortgage payment since June the 1st. Anderson isn't the first person to accuse Whitehead of defrauding them from a significant sums of money. In 2016, Whitehead still owed Monterey Symphony conductor Maximo Darman $260,000 for a prior court judgment over unpaid personal loan. That loan was also involved in an alleged real estate transaction. Alright guys, that's it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let's continue the conversation down below in the comments. Make sure to like the video and hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you never miss an upload. I'm Lady T. I'll catch you the next time. Be blessed. Bye.